that's coming in on top of this edition of the Live Report. Could this be another Congress versus Congress chapter? We are learning that senior Congress leader Ghulam Nabi Azad has condemned Salman Khurshid's comment, drawing a comparison between Hindutva and the ISIS. Aishwarya tracking that story, and he has more details. Aishwarya, what have we heard from Ghulam Nabi Azad? Aishwarya, can you hear us?
Am I audible, Deepthi? Ghulam Nabi Azad takes the first step and calls Salman Khurshid wrong, says that whatever Salman Khurshid is written is not only an exaggeration but completely wrong. While the Gandhis and the Vadras are completely keeping quiet. They are quiet on such a sensitive issue. Ghulam Nabi Azad has written a letter, or should we say a note, and he has signed and said that whatever senior Congress leader Salman Khurshid has written is not only an exaggeration but wrong. He goes ahead and he says that. While this should have been first said by none other but the Congress President Sonia Gandhi, but while she is quiet, Rahul is quiet, Priyanka Vadra is quiet, Ghulam Nabi Azad, understanding the sensitivity of the matter and the magnitude to which it could adversely impact the party not only politically but also socially, he comes out and says that whatever Salman Khurshid has written is wrong. And he is not mincing his words. He's saying it's wrong, Deep.
Okay. All right, Aishwarya, I think that's an important story that you're breaking. I request you to please stay with us. I also want to say good evening to BJP's Amit Malviya, who joins us right now on the broadcast. Amit, how do you read into this response that has come in from Ghulam Nabi Azad?
Look, Ghulam Nabi Azad's statement is actually factually correct, and it betrays the lack of understanding on the part of Salman Khurshid to equate Hindutva or Hinduism to deranged Islamic fascist ideologies like ISIS and Boko Haram is completely bizarre. And one can understand that Salman Khurshid, coming from Uttar Pradesh, is doing so in the run-up to the assembly election. And let's not forget, the Congress party, in particular, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, have similar worldviews. So somewhere Salman Khurshid is echoing their sentiments, and the silence of the Gandhi family is a tacit endorsement of what he has said. These statements or this book release is timed to perfection. It is actually meant to humiliate the Hindus of this country and to again appease to the minorities and Muslims in particular to vote for the Congress, because that is the only way they would get relevance in Uttar Pradesh, and that is why Salman Khurshid is a convenient ploy for the Congress party. Let's not forget, it's the same party that coined the term Hindu terror. They brought about a phrase called saffron terror, and the reason for that was also to draw an equivalence between Hindus and Islamic jihad, and to sort of appease to the Muslims, and which is exactly what Salman Khurshid is now doing. It is nothing but an extension of the minority appeasement politics that the Congress has been doing for all these years.
Okay, and Amit, before I let you go, because you also touched upon the entire issue of the upcoming UP elections, do you believe, Amit, that this is a pattern? There is a deliberate provocation. Akhilesh Yadav speaks about Jinnah. O.P. Rajbhar, who's going to be allying with the Samajwadi Party, is carrying forward the Jinnah conversation, making it, I think, even worse. And then you have a Salman Khurshid, again a senior neta of the Congress party, who is talking about Hindutva, comparing that with ISIS, Boko Haram. Do you believe that this is a pattern by the opposition?
Well, it certainly is. Let's not forget that the opposition is at the moment involved in a race towards appeasing minorities. And you have the Samajwadi Party, you have the BSP, you have the Congress, you have the AIMIM, who all are championing themselves as the custodian of Muslim interests. And that is why you see the talk of Jinnah, eulogizing Jinnah, in fact, comparing Jinnah to Nehru and Sardar Patel, which to my mind is the most blasphemous thing anybody can do. And then you have the Congress party equating Hindutva to these Islamic jihadi groups. And let's not forget that it is the Congress party that for the longest time did not allow the Ram Janmabhoomi issue to be settled. They let it fester so that they could do politics on it. They could indulge the Muslim community and polarize them in their favor. So this is a pattern that the Congress indulges in regularly. And at the moment, we see a race to the bottom as far as the opposition in Uttar Pradesh is concerned, where everybody is vying for the Muslim vote. And that is why these attempts are being made. And they will continue to be made for the next couple of months till the elections happen.
Okay, Amit, I think you're being very clear and very direct in that attack, and we'll have to see how that attack is even fended off if they want, from the opposition. For the moment, I thank you. But this is that tweet now also coming in from the handle of Ghulam Nabi Azad. He says, and I quote him now, in Mr. Salman Khurshid's new book, we may not agree with Hindutva as a political ideology distinct from composite culture of Hinduism, but comparing, he says, Hindutva with the ISIS and jihadist Islam is factually wrong and an exaggeration. This is what Ghulam Nabi Azad, another senior Congress neta, is actually now reiterating. The BJP has reacted very strongly to those comments earlier that have been made by Salman Khurshid, and this is Gaurav Bhatia of the BJP who says that we want Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi to tell us first up what they believe of these comments. But Rashid Alvi, also of the Congress party, joining us right now. Rashid Alvi ji, thank you so much, sir, for speaking to us on Republic. Now, which is your line, or which is the official Congress line? The one that is being told by Salman Khurshid or Ghulam Nabi Azad?
Very specifically, Congress party is the opinion that no religion teaches Atankvad, whether it is Hindu Dharam or Islam religion or any religion. And basically, Salman Khurshid has not said that Hindu Dharam is teaching Atankvad. So, it is very clear. Those who are creating terrorists, they belong to no religion, according to me. It is itself a religion all over the world, and we have to fight. So, we can't compare Hinduism. Basically, Hinduism is very broad-minded religion. Hindu Dharma is not narrow-minded religion. It is a different thing that today certain political parties and certain leaders and members of political parties, they are talking nonsense.
No, but Rashid Alvi ji, before I let you go, I'm confused. Are you saying that Salman Khurshid is wrong? And will the Congress then officially ask him to clarify and apologize for that comment? Or you believe what he has said is right?
Salman Khurshid is a secular person. And I do not know why the entire media is after him. And BJP...
No, I'll tell you, Rashid Alvi ji, if you allow me, he says a robust Hindutva has pushed aside Sanatan Dharma. He's linking Hindutva to ISIS and Boko Haram.
No, what he has said, robust Hindus. He doesn't mean Hindus. Those who are misusing Hindus, he's talking about them. Hindus doesn't teach terrorism at all. And this country is a secular country because of Hindus of this country. They are 80% in this country. I am not talking about the ideology of BJP and RSS.
Rashid Alvi ji, your own leader, Ghulam Nabi Azad, has said that this is factually wrong and an exaggeration. But I think the Congress party itself is confused. They do not know how to respond to this particular line. Clearly, one more chapter of Congress versus Congress. For the moment, Rashid Alvi ji, thank you for speaking to us on Republic. A lot of our viewers, in fact, have written to us on that story, and they want to know what is the official Congress line. So we'll be tracking that story closely. But the BJP's Gaurav Bhatia, as I mentioned earlier, has reacted strongly to these charges, and he says Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi must respond on what they think Salman Khurshid has said.
सलमान खुर्शीद जी कि एक पुस्तक का विमोचन था और जो बातें इस विमोचन के दौरान कही गई वो केवल हिंदुओं की भावनाओं को नहीं, भारत की आत्मा को भी गहरी ठेस पहुंचाती है। संदर्भ है उसी किताब में, ये मैं लेके आया हूं। इसका सार यह है कि हिंदू धर्म के जो अनुयायी हैं, हिंदुत्व है, इसकी तुलना जो आतंकवादी और आतंकवादी संगठन हैं, आईसिस और बोको हरम, इससे कर दी जाती है। भारत में रहकर भारत के नागरिकों द्वारा इतना सम्मान मिलने के बाद कांग्रेस पार्टी ऐसा क्यों कर रही है? यह सवाल आता है कि क्या यह लाइन सलमान खुर्शीद जी की है? क्या यह लाइन पी चिदम्बरम जी की है? क्या यह लाइन शशि थरूर जी की है? क्या ये लाइन और विचार मणिशंकर अय्यर के ही केवल हैं? ऐसा नहीं है। ये आज कांग्रेस पार्टी की विचारधारा है।